Shalom and welcome to Musaf Torah. This year is entitled 2,000 Years of Tisha B'Av. And we still can't get it right. Part 3, we said that what does it mean, according to the Netziv, that the Sinat Chinam means that the other Shita is no good, is a kofir, apikoris, heretic, and it's worthless. When do we say that? When do we really say it? There are times that someone is not apikoris, someone is a kofir. We just accept every movement in Judaism. That's not acceptable either. So what's the criteria? So I think the criteria is more or less simple. I'm not going to say everyone agrees, but pretty much all Klaishul agrees. And that is the Yud Gimel Ikarim, the 13 principles of faith, and commitment to halacha. Halacha more or less is anchored in the Shulchan Aruch and the Ramah for 500 years ago. That's pretty much the accepted work of halacha, and the Klal has gone with that, and the commentaries on the Shulchan Aruch. So you have the 13 principles of faith and the Shulchan Aruch as our guide. When you have that, then you have a very good working principle that can help us understand who may be outside of the pale of a true Orthodox Jew and who is within it. So therefore, if we accept that, and I'm not going to say everyone accepts 13 principles of faith. The Torah Model Journal 30 years ago had major debates on this very question. Is that the criteria or not? But many do hold. I would say most people who say that Imamins after davening every morning, Yigdal before davening every morning, which is a summary of the 13 principles of faith, more or less accept that's a criteria. So when you have that, now you have a working definition. So then you can act that working definition, anchored in halacha and the 13 principles of faith. So now you can apply it. So a group that denies Torah from Sinai, that's it. A group that goes ahead and accepts Torah from Sinai, only the written Torah, but not the oral law. Well, that's one of the 13 principles. It denies the legitimacy of the Torah, the prophecy of Moshe, the perfection of Moshe. Torah changes with times. So now you're playing around with the Yikarim and you're not anchored in the Shulchan Aruch and the halachic process. So that's it. But now let's get the delicate topics. What happens if we argue over, do we introduce Musar into the yeshiva world? 130, 40 years ago, Musar movement, Rishon Salanter, he accepted 13 principles. He accepted halacha. Yes, he held that you have to tinker with the Seder Yom. We're not talking about kfir apikoros here. We're talking about within the halachic system, possibly making some changes, and it ruffled plenty of feathers. The Ramchal, Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, Mesilas Yesharim, and he also was very young and was known to be an expert in Kabbalah at a young age. Tampering with the Yikarim, with halacha? No, it ruffled feathers. People can argue with him, but don't go to that point of kofar pikoros. Not against Ramchal, not against Rishon Salanter, chas v'shalom. Now we can't even relate to these ideas anymore, but 150, 200 years ago, these were big issues. And the question is, when we are going through these issues, when we live through these issues, can we stop, take a step back and say, wait a second, there's no violation. There's a machlokas over here. And let's deal with the machlokas, or no. The other side is apikoros, kofir, heretic, zakin mamri. Can we do that? On the issues, not in the past, which more or less have calmed down, but while we're in the middle of it, can we do that? That's the challenge. And the next year, I'd like to give some examples that we're still in the middle of, and to see if we can extricate ourselves from the very thorny issue of sinat chinam. Shalom.